Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Leo for mid-August 2020. What is going on, Leo? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, guys, for the last time until next year, happy birthday, Leo. Leo season is almost over. Today is what, August the 20th. So you late stage Virgo cusp Leos, I hope you guys have an amazing birthday. And of course, for all Leos, no matter when your birthday was, I hope you had an amazing time. Be sure to check the playlist here on the channel if you want to see that birthday message and any other previous messages by me that you may have missed. Check them out if you so please. And again, if you were celebrating or however you celebrated, I hope it was an amazing time. I hope you were properly given your due. I feel many Leos have been, 2020 has been kind of a crazy year, right? But I feel Leos in particular were really looking to have a good time. So hopefully you were able to, wherever you are in the world. And currently now, I hope you're also safe, happy, and healthy, no matter what's going on in your life right now. Birthday notwithstanding, okay? Oh, look at that. 10 of Earth came turning over here in the pre-shuffle. So for some of you, things did go pretty well on your birthday. Or just in general, you're feeling pretty healthy or abundant and wealthy and all that good stuff. Maybe. All right, let's get into it. Everything you want from me, Leo, is in the description box below. If you want a reading with me, that you can find that information down there. Email me at the same address that you see there if you have a question before you place an order. Also, the timestamp is down there if you want to jump ahead, as well as the link to Instagram if you want to follow me over there, okay? It is EmpathicFire Tarot on Instagram as opposed to EmpathicFire for YouTube. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Shuffled off camera, meditated off camera, so let's go for it, all right? Let me see messages for Leo in mid-August 2020. Mid-August 2020, messages for Leo. Please show me. No. That's one. Side position. Interesting. I feel like the past couple of readings I did had side position. Is that 9 of water? No, 6 of water. In reverse. One more. Thank you. Man, this was coming up in the pre-shuffle. All right. And the card that was sideways. Oh my God. The Death card. Major Arcana for Scorpio. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but you don't have to be. It feels like some emotional upheaval or significant upheaval in your life. And interesting, I didn't even confer if this should be in the side position. I just went with it because normally, like, unless it's like so strong, I tend to verify if it should be in the side position. So I just took it as is. So that's interesting. So meaning it was purposeful. I wasn't meant to question it. So again, Death card in side position. Scorpio or not, it doesn't matter. If it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, that's okay too. 6 of water, aka 6 of cups in the reverse. I'll show it to you upright so you can see it. Oh, and this one is also Scorpio. You see the glyph in the bottom left is Scorpio's glyph. And then that up there is the glyph of the sun. So this is Sun and Scorpio if you care about any additional association with the cards. And then this one over here is 5 of fire. Since I mentioned the glyphs for you guys, again, the Leo one is down in the right-hand corner this time, and up at the top there is Saturn. So Saturn in Leo for 5 of conflict. 5 of fire, which is conflict in this deck. Emotional upheavals, disarray, or things are not well for you, for someone else. This is, so far, it feels like maybe not most, but like 50 to 60% of the Leos, this is you. In other cases, this is someone that you're dealing with. But there's a significant transformation halfway occurring. Either it's, stalled out, or it's slow to form, or it's slow to kind of initiate or something like that. Or if this involves someone's particular choice or behavior, it's halfway leaning towards considerable change and transformation. Additional with this, I'm getting a sense of like uncertainty. Yeah. uncertain of what needs to transform perhaps, or in what way, or how soon, or it's something like that. And death on its face, both in life and in the tarot, is pretty plain. It's not a card of confusion, but I do feel a confused energy here. Okay. Could be your energy, could be the energy of someone else, could just be the circumstance in general. Maybe that's just the vibe of this reading, to start with, at least, is confusion. You might, there might be certain things that you're missing here. Because again, when death is in the upright position, we have quite a sharp awareness of what we're dealing with, what we're talking about. When it's in the reverse, we know, but we don't acknowledge, or we resist, straight up resist. In this side position, it's like, somewhere in the middle of those two polarities, right? So someone may be aware that change and transformation is necessary or beneficial in some type of way. Could be talking about changing jobs, could be talking about changing homes. We could be talking about changing relationship statuses. We could be talking about changing behaviors, whatever it is. Someone seems to be aware of it, but then not sure how to proceed, or in order to, thank you. Okay. So another thing that comes with the death card, change and transformation. I keep saying that, right? The other element about death that is embodied in the tarot card is release. It's often endings. Like, to me, this death, that's why. Because it's simultaneous. I say that. And thank you. I was like, why can't I formulate these words right? So death is about, again, change and transformation. And what happens when you change things, or something is transformed, or, you just alter something in any type of way? What once was can no longer be. And you can think of that in so many terms. Like I was just saying, change a job, change homes, change relationship statuses, whatever. Even think of it as something as simple as like cooking a meal. If you have raw ingredients and then you cook those ingredients, yes, it's still food, but you've changed it. You've transformed it from raw, uncooked whatever into a cooked dinner or cooked whatever, right? So you've changed the molecular structure of it. You've changed the flavor of it. You've changed the temperature of it. You've done so many things through the process of cooking it to make it what it no longer could be, which is, raw ingredients. How many times is that doorbell going to ring today? Wow. Anyway, so that's what I see here. I see that there's a half commitment. There's a realization, but then no follow through. There is an intention, but then it gets reeled back. Or there's this desire, but no feasible way to get it done, or it feels that way. And again, it could be just in the line of resistance. Like, plenty of people can realize, I need to do this, I have to accomplish that, I should really be putting my energy and attention over here, but then you don't do it. And you can read that in so many ways, Leo. So that's what this death energy feels like. Could be you, could be another person. It feels very 50-50, 60-40 kind of thing. Okay? The other card, the next one that came out was Six of Water, aka Six of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, here we go. For some of you, this is pertaining to someone that you know. Again, I'll show you this card upright because I'm going to talk about sort of like the feeling that's there, and sort of these classic archetypes that we associate with this card. Number one, the Six of Cups, or Six of Water, is traditionally a card of nostalgia, calling back to childhood, calling back to younger years in our lives, and it's sort of like a time, or at least a mindset of innocence and vulnerability and things like that. It's also in tarot often said to be one of the soulmate cards. Now, here's my cue for my caveat. Those who are dealing with soulmates, whether you believe it or not, or whether the other person believes it or not, please don't, at least in my workings with soulmate energy and talking with clients, it's not always an easy road. And that to me makes sense. Any hallmark, cookie cutter idea of a soulmate is bullshit. No offense to anybody, but that's just how it is. Because that's not the nature of life on Earth, period. Nothing here is universally a cakewalk, right? Somebody else's, easy street is another person's, gauntlet, right? And so everything, anyway, I don't want to theorize and all that kind of stuff. But so what I'm seeing here is some of you have a particular relationship or connection or just an energy marker in your life that speaks to childhood and speaks to, okay, they're like, or past lives. Okay. For some of you, past lives, because again, the death energy sometimes literally can mean someone has not right now gone through an experienced death. I'm not feeling that, but it signifies to me a rebirth, because that's the other thing about the death card, related to scorpionic tendencies, traits, I should say, where Scorpio is the sign of rebirth, is the sign that experiences many deaths in this life and becomes reincarnate or is reinvented because of whatever transpires in their life. Okay, that's just like a general vibe, or again, a trait that Scorpio has, and I feel it's pretty unique to them. Yeah, I don't think any other sign, not in the way the Scorpio energy does change and transformation or rebirth, okay? So what I'm sensing is some of you have a connection with a person in this life that you may have had with them in another life. The context or the relationship you share might be different, meaning in this life you might be friends, in a previous life you may have been family members, in another life you may have been lovers, and it could swap all around and mix and match and do all that other kind of stuff. But as of this moment, with this in the reverse, I feel there is a like despondent energy, like how I was sighing there. It feels exhausting, which again kind of underpins what I understand and what I reveal when I do work with people who are asking about soulmates, is that there are going to be times, if not, just sort of chapters in your life where your soulmate connection is dissatisfying. Your soulmate connection is not fulfilling. Your soulmate connection reveals certain pains or traumas to you that either they experienced or you experienced together, and it's just a work in progress, or a spiritual work in progress, let's say it that way. And that's what I feel is going on here. Again, this person and you, I don't know what the details of your relationship are, and I really don't care, because it's not important to what you're experiencing. No matter how long you've known them, no matter what the status you share is, no matter how you relate to one another, what is happening is there needs to be something ultimately changed, ultimately allowed to metamorphosize, is kind of how they're making me feel this. Oh, right. Is that on the card? No. Well, no, but no, it's not on this card, but the fact that I said metamorphosis, like, how caterpillars and other creatures will go into a cocoon or some type of gestation period, and on the other side they come out differently? That's what this feels like. It's again, it's letting go of life, or an aspect of life, an aspect of whatever we're talking about, and changing into something else. A caterpillar and a butterfly are two distinct creatures, I believe. I would assume scientifically they are categorized as two different things, but their connection is that I hope you get what I mean. Even though they're two different creatures or two different life paths or something like that, they're interconnected by the changing point, by the pivotal point of gestating in the chrysalis stage, right? That's what I think is going on here. You're having some type of chrysalis moment with a soulmate, and I don't know if either or both of you are going through it. I can't tell if it's them and you're just like over here chilling, or if it's you and they're chilling. It might be both of you. I don't know which way it's going, Leo, but it certainly is dissatisfying. This is dissatisfaction because it's non-committal, meaning it's not saying, okay, the change is, I see what the change is, and I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna try my best to work with what I see needs to be done. Blah blah blah. And it's not the opposite. It's not a total rejection. It's not like saying, oh, forget that, I'm happy where I am. This is like, I don't know. What am I doing? How do I do it? Da 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 da. Right? And then this in the reverse is showing that there's a connection you have with someone of, again, any relationship of any time frame, or length of time, I should say, but it's not jiving. Look at me, dating myself. Jiving? Okay. Hi, Nana. My grandmother used to say that, jiving. It doesn't jive and stuff like that. But that's what this is. You might not be seeing eye to eye with this person. Some of you might not be speaking to this person, or you may have had some type of argument. And I'm feeling a bittersweetness here, or just bitterness or melancholy, something like that, where it's like, potentially the bad is outweighing the good, or all we can see right now, all you can see or they can see right now, is the negative of the situation, or what is dissatisfying. Again, it's like not even negative, it's dissatisfying. And that, geez, Leah, look at me going on and on with you guys. And that has led to, or leads to this Five of Wands energy, or Five of Fire energy, conflict, where you might have a personal conflict. This might be a business relationship, and getting closer with this person, or like I said, you might be falling out with this person. There may have been trouble brewing, and it's kind of like slowly coming to a head, or it's slowly coming to this point where either one of you is going to have to put up or shut up, kind of is what this feels like. Either meet the moment, or continue to feel conflict. That's for a few of you. That's not for everybody. Either meet the moment or continue to be in conflict. Another way that I can phrase that, which I think is more for the majority of the people, the conflict is happening because one or both of you is resistant, reluctant to what this is. And going back to what a soulmate relationship can be, doesn't mean it always is, but it can be momentary. Meaning, you might know this person a short time in your life. They're still a soulmate. They're still very significant to you, right? I think some people have this perception that soulmates are forever, that once you meet them, they're going to be in your life all the time. No, that's not true. And I feel like that's kind of a barrier here, or that's a trouble spot for someone, that, well, if they're my soulmate, they should be with me all the time, or I should be with them, or we should be working together, or we should be doing this together. Like should be. No. A soulmate is here to provide lessons to you. You are mutual teacher and student to each other. Things that you need to learn, you will learn from this person. Things that they need to learn, they will learn it from you. And that's the copacetic, balancing act that you both have. You have a soul contractual agreement to come down here and say, hey, I'll see you in 2020 and we're going to do blah, 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 blah together. And, this is before you're incarnated, right? And so you both agree to that. Okay, come 2020, this is what I think we should be working on. This is what I think, the lesson will be, or what, you know what I mean? There's a negotiation that happens. And somewhere here, it feels like someone is not quote unquote, remembering the contract. That could be part of the lesson, Leo. I don't know. But it creates a conflict in a less spiritual woo-woo type of way, because that's not for everybody. Again, not everybody here is dealing with a soulmate. You're just dealing with someone that is significant to you, a good friend, a lover, a family member, whatever, of a non-soulmate connection, okay? It still can be significant, or it could feel very familiar, right? It's intimate, let's say it that way. The other way we could read this is that Five of Fire creates a conflict because maybe, just like a quick read here, and I've said this a few times for other readings, not for mid-August, but I've said this on my channel before. There could be a need to put to bed certain behaviors of the past, but because those behaviors in your current moment, in your current life, create some type of conflict or instability, right? The other thing about the Five of Wands, I keep saying that, Five of Fire, is it creates bad blood, or it signals you're in conflict with other people. So this could be fighting. This could be fighting for some type of freedom. Like, again, if you have bad past behaviors, let's say you used to live a life of crime, something like that. and you're trying to reform yourself. You're trying to be reborn into whatever you want to be reborn as. Someone who has, a Christian faith behind them, someone who, is a mentor and tries to do right by other people, or somebody who just wants to leave the life and just, be a quiet person, 9 to 5, no big shakeups, no big drama, right? There would be people around you from your former life trying to say, hey, Leo, come back here. Hey, Leo, why are you trying to get out the game? Hey, Leo, remember all those good times that we had? And you're kind of like, yeah, they were good times, but I also did like 5 years in prison because of that robbery. I don't want to do that again. And that creates tension between you and that person who you may or may not have a soulmate connection with. Does that make sense? I hope this all makes sense. Either way, Leo, I feel, and again, it's like 50-50. So some of you are aware and some of you are not aware or whatever. I don't know. But hopefully that makes sense. So let's just go ahead and get further information, and then we're going to wrap up after this. So further information regarding the situation for Leo, please show me. Wait, they're like more on conflict. Hold on. Okay, some of you, so yeah. Like the artwork is depicting, that's a fighter jet there. Some of you feel like you're really in a war for something, like you're really battling for something. You feel really, really like you're fighting for your life in some of your cases. It's very serious, whatever it is, but it's of varying detail, so I can't like even get like a clear storyline, because some of you this is fighting with friends, some of you this is fighting with family, some of you this is fighting with yourself. But if it's other people, I kind of feel like, Leo, you feel as though there's just a bunch of enemies around you, or people who want to harm you in some type of way, or who aren't supportive of you, or maybe you're sussing those people out. Maybe it was hard to discern who was a true friend and who wasn't, and you're really getting to the bottom of things, and that creates tension, because who wants to be called out if they're a fraudulent person? If there's someone who's been in your life but they're not really on your side, and then you call them out on it, that will create conflict. This is very tense. I'm going to say that. I wasn't thinking anything when, and I wasn't really focused on this, but we have the 4 of fire here, aka 4 of wands. In this deck, it is referred to as perfection. Associated with Aries, I see. So, in some of your cases, this is going to be about your home life, your stability, your family, the place you call where you lay down and at night and you feel comfortable, you know what I mean? Or it's the people that you grew up with. Again, 6 of water in reverse, and this 4 of fire coming out. This is historical for you. I'm going to say it that way. This is like very long in your past, okay? But I wasn't really thinking of anything, but I'm going to honor that card came out. So, further information for Leo, please. I think they're satisfied with me talking about the 5 of conflict. 5 of conflict, 5 of fire, jeez. Further information for Leo at this time in the reading. Further information, the Empress. Some of you, it's to deal with your mother. Further information for Leo. Issues with your mother or the mother archetypes in your life. The types of people that carry matriarchal energy. They don't have to be your actual biological mother. The Empress and the Ace of Air. Okay, so listen. There needs to be, or, well, you might benefit from having a particular discussion with this person, male or female, by the way. I do get a very motherly energy coming off of the Empress, because naturally, again, she's kind of in tune with that, or in step with that role, but then she also embodies feminine qualities or traits. So it can be a male, but in many of your cases, it's issues with a particular woman or women in general in your life. And there may be distrust here, or there may be some avoidance of conversations here, because this Empress looks pretty unfazed by whatever's going on. She's just chill. And I'm not trying to, down talk who this person is, or, say everybody's mother is, garbage. No way. But what I'm sensing is somebody here who's pretty aloof, this mother. She's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, or, preoccupied with, like, what is she, like, cleaning her nails, or just, doing whatever she's doing. And she's got the baby in her lap. She's just chilling down there. She's not really engaged in her current moment. So for some of you, you might be dealing with a person, again, whether this is your mother, your aunt, your cousin, your older sister or younger sister, whatever. There's somebody here who might be a little tuned out as to what's going on here. They might not be available in some form or fashion, either consciously or subconsciously, or willingly or unwillingly. I can't tell. But in general, I think that this person needs to be addressed, or you might be better off addressing something with this person, or they you. But again, I feel like this is like not happening. There might be a desire on your end or this person's end. I don't know. Oh, this is a secondary major arcana, by the way, for Taurus and Libra. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. Neglected to say that. But again, don't hold out hope if those aren't signs of people that you know, or don't lose hope, I should say. So discussions and getting clear of mind. I think this person needs that. Either you bring it to the table, or if this is you, someone brings that to the table, or this person desires it, but like I said, is kind of like not really doing anything about it. Because this Empress, I've encountered this card several times now that I've had this deck for a while. And this is the first time that I feel that this is someone who is powerful and capable, which is what the Empress is. Powerful, capable of creation, capable of abundance, possibly has it, but doesn't know what to do with it, right? So this could be somebody who has a firm grip on their career, but doesn't know how to utilize it or capitalize on it, let's say. Right? So might have a wonderful career, steady job, but doesn't feel fulfilled with it. It checks all the boxes. It brings home the bacon. It allows bills to be paid, and it allows someone to set up for retirement and do all those things. But if they're not happy, then they're kind of missing their mark, because it's not the job that makes the person happy. It's their not their performance. It's just, how can I say this? Again, I feel as though this person, whether it be you or someone else, Leo, is not really living up to their potential, and doesn't feel pressed to do so. There's not a challenge coming to this person. Whether that's you or someone else, I don't know. And whether that's good or bad, I don't know. This is a lot. You have a lot of different scenarios, or like, how can I say that? This is going to sound weird, but this is what it feels like in my mind. And this is kind of how I'm feeling. It feels like an energy popper, not like a drug popper, although I did mention drugs before, so maybe, or criminal life and stuff like that. So maybe somebody has issue with that. But it's like little vignettes I keep seeing, like little snapshots maybe. So like energy snapshots is what I feel like. And this is not, at this moment, Leo, this is not where you want to be. Regardless of what side you're on, regardless of how the specifics in your life, you don't want to be involved in this, because it's challenging when possibly you or the other person feels it should be easy. A card like Six of Water, a card like the Four of Wands, and even sometimes death can be quote unquote easy, if you are aware, and if you accept, and if you are conscious, and all that kind of stuff. And I see, again, this potential is here. Major Arcana, the Empress. Right next door, the Ace of Air. That's totally about being clear-headed and sort of, cards on the table type of energy. Clear communication, right? The troublesome spots feel to be that this is in the side position, this is in reverse, and that is blatantly conflict, blatantly disagreement. But to get this settled, it feels like someone who's not engaged, someone who is not aware, awakened perhaps, because the Empress can be about spirituality and realizing your own divinity. We all have divinity, okay, by the way. It's not, just for some, it's not an exclusive, VIP type thing. Everybody has divinity. And it feels like someone here isn't really aware of that, accepting that. They don't understand it perhaps. And if that were to be in play, and it could be both people, although, whoever's watching this tarot reading, I'm assuming you're a little bit more aware. It's like that. If those things were to come into place, not to say that, it would be a walk down, easy street after that, that everything that you've ever wanted and everything that the other person or other people would want is like, dreams come true, dreams come true. No, it's just to get the ball rolling, either towards a particular change and transformation, which could embody some type of ending or be manifest through an ending, through some type of release. Could be we see each other and we say, hey, do you think that there's a thing here? And this other person might say, yeah, I think there's a thing here. Well, what do we want to do about it? Well, I'm doing this with my life. What are you doing with your life? Well, I'm doing this with my life. And you might find that even though you have connection, like I said earlier about this soulmate thing, you might have connection with a person, but you might not be on the same path at this moment. You might have parallel paths. Your path might go this way and theirs goes this way. And then all of a sudden theirs takes a right. You keep going straight. And then eventually maybe they cut a left and come back towards you. Who knows? It's something like that. Where are we at? Okay. I tried to keep these so short, but as I go on, the messages tend to get longer. So let's get one card of advice for Leo, and then we'll jump into an oracle card. One card of advice for Leo regarding this situation. Oh my God. And I think you had this in one of your readings for August. Either August or the birthday reading. I feel like you recently had this in one of your readings with me, Leo. Strong, strong Emperor energy. And it feels very strong here too. But, okay. This feels like you know already, Leo, what the deal is. Or whoever's resonating with this message, because some of you might be cross watchers. Who knows? This feels like where I was saying that there's like this aloofness and like a sort of unfazed, almost blasé feeling coming from the Empress. In another way to say that is that this person might be, like I said, they don't realize who they are. They might be a little lost, okay? They don't have to be, whatever, I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, here is an energy in the advice position where this is realization. Not to say that this is always the way. The Empress doesn't know who she is and the Emperor knows who he is. No. And please, disregard the gender that I just assigned to both of these cards. It's that both are usually knowing who they are and being strong in who they are and standing on their principles or on their values or on their particular characteristics that they know are beneficial to them, or they know like this is my strength and this is how I'm going to use it, right? Very smart ways of utilizing strength. That's what's going on with the Emperor. And I feel, Leo, if you're resonating with not being this person, this is your advice. If you are this person, you need to find who this is. This is, in some cases, like wise counsel, or if they're like, put that there. They're like, put that right there. So, these are a match, in case you didn't know. Empress and Emperor in the name and in succession in the card, or succession in the deck. 3 and 4. They go together, right? Between these two is the Ace of Swords, or Ace of Air, however you want to call it, right? Communicate. Talk. If you know that this is an issue with your mother, your granddaughter, whoever, this is an issue between you and your brother or your stepsister. I don't care who this is. Your best friend. Doesn't matter. Talk. Communicate. And look what's in the middle of this card. To me, that looks like a hurricane, like how you would see like on the Weather Channel or something. There might be a need for things to get a little stormy. I'm not endorsing like having a shouting match, by the way, but I am endorsing having a very energized, or you can't screw around with a hurricane, right? You can't really avoid it, and you have to take it seriously. So a serious conversation, serious communication, I think is necessary here. That's the advice. If you're the Emperor, Leo, I feel as though you're solid. You kind of have a perspective where you see what you see, and you are waiting to see something else. You're waiting for more information, or you're waiting to figure out what you need to do based on new information. Based on what you have now, this is a statue of Abe Lincoln. You're set. If new information comes about, or comes into you, you see something different, you hear something different, you might change your game plan. But this Emperor feels very fixed. And it's a strategy for you, Leo. Oh God. Let's get an oracle, and then we're going to wrap this up, because I don't want to keep these long. Leo, please, what's the oracle card, or excuse me, oracle deck for Leo? Okay. Energy oracle cards. All right. Oracle message for Leo, please, for mid-August. Oracle message for Leo in mid-August. Ooh, that almost fell. One card, please. All right, let's see. Patience. Card number 16, added together, you get 7. So everything that I was just saying about the Emperor kind of feels like applies, or at least is connected to this initial image and word, patience. The Emperor is not known to have patience. To call back to, this statue here, the Emperor, that Aries energy, major arcana for Aries, by the way. Aries is not patient. Fire signs in general, not patient. Just like go, 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 now. I want it yesterday. Actually, I wanted it 2 weeks ago, but it's just like, it's very demanding energy. And the oracle message is basically no demands, chill out, relax, slow your roll. I almost called you Libra, so some of you could be dealing with a Libra. Leo, slow your roll a little bit. I feel as though in some of your cases, your energy is not really tempered. If you're strongly in this Emperor energy, which also is masculine energy, and see, they're like making me say this now. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Some of you could be on that trajectory. Twin flame, divine partners, whatever. Google it, research it, see if that's your bag. If, Leo, you're heavy in your masculine, someone else is heavy in their feminine, and I feel as though both need to, again, find some type of balance, some type of temperance between those two polarities. You might have to loosen up, and this person might have to become a little bit more proactive, or a little bit more decisive, or vice versa, whatever side you're on. And to do that, or perhaps your expectations in the situation need to kind of cool down, mellow down a little bit. And I feel resistance here from you, from them, from both. I don't know. But there's this just like, with this energy. Patience? No. I don't have patience. I don't want patience. Get it out of here. There's like a real rejection to this. So the advice is to be patient, but will you or they listen? I don't know. But here we go. Read a little bit from the book, and then we're going to close out. This card shows a beautiful angel holding a clock in the stillness of winter. Her quiet, peaceful energy is telling you it's time to release the old urgency and to look at things with a much clearer perspective. When this card is upright, it's telling you to relax and let go of the single-minded desperation that's been driving you. Don't try to force your will on only one option. When you think there's only one solution to satisfy your need or to make you happy, you're blocking many other potential solutions from coming your way. Let go of the anxiety and be flexible. Be patient, open, and creative. Choose to be peaceful in the present. The universe has more options than you may be aware of. Quiet your mind, broaden your perspective, and let them come through. What line was I reacting to? One solution blocking. Yeah, be flexible and be open. That's associated with feminine energy. This person over here, like I told you a second ago, they need to align with more masculine energy. If both people, or whatever two sides we're talking about here, if they just stay insular with either the polarity of femininity or the polarity of masculinity, they block. That's a block. You have to engage in each other's energy. You can see that in concepts of yin and yang. I don't want to go into it. Leo, do your research if you're unaware. If you are aware, you already know what I'm talking about. So we're going to end this here because this went on way too long. Leo, that's your message for mid-August. If you liked it, the like button is down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated. That would be super cool. I love reading comments. Feel free to share the video and subscribe to the channel, friends, if you have not already subscribed. All new viewers and clients are welcome here. I've not had a bad day yet doing this. And what is this, like 3 years I've been doing this? Something like that. Yeah, but anyway, if you want a personal reading with me, you can find that information again down in the description box. And Leo, I will be back soon with your September reading, so please look forward to that, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.